You guys are filming out in the wilderness, in the elements. What are some of the challenges that you guys had to face while doing that?
The elements themselves, definitely. There was a bear on set one time. Yeah, that and it ended up being okay, but for a second everyone was like, "What do we do?"
What's going on, everybody? It's Ted again with the Countdown to the Geeks, and we got a very special interview. Today, we are talking with Olivia Simmons, one of the stars of the brand new action thriller You Can't Run Forever, featuring JK Simmons, how we've never ever seen him before. It was shocking to see him in this role. Olivia, how's it going?
It's going great. I have 2 more days of school this week and then I'm done for my life, which is crazy. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I am still reeling after watching this film because it just feels like it's so many new things to experience. It's your father, JK Simmons, who you know very well, of course, in this very dark role, and it's so mind-boggling to kind of see him do something in this fashion. What was your reaction to either reading the script or sort of seeing JK, playing these scenes out the way he was?
My reaction to reading the script, because I knew that he would be playing the part, was just so excited because I think as an actor, those kind of parts, those really like horrific people, those are some of the most interesting ones to play. And so I was ready to see him take it on, and I knew that he would, of course, absolutely kill it. Pun not intended. But yeah, I was just really excited.
I'm gonna try and keep as many details out because I really want the audience to experience this
Appreciate you.
almost almost blind because I love doing that myself, and
Yeah.
it's such a great experience to go into this movie not really knowing much about it. So let me ask you about the entire production. You guys are filming out in the wilderness, in the elements. What are some of the challenges that you guys had to face while doing that?
The elements themselves, definitely. There was a bear on set one time. Yeah, that and it ended up being okay, but for a second everyone was like, "What do we do?" There was a snake on set. There was this one time when we stumbled across this like boneyard basically where there were all these animal bones on the ground and we were like, "I wonder what left this." Don't want to find out.
Time
So,
to go. Yeah, it's time to go.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. But honestly, like it was so cool. I mean, it's so beautiful in Montana, but there were definitely some moments where we got a little bit nervous, but we were always safe, so it was cool.
Tell us about something that you're gonna remember from working on this film. Is it the camaraderie? Is it working with the director or the producers on the film? You're the cast. What's something you're gonna take away from working on this movie?
Yeah, definitely the camaraderie. Certainly with the director who is my mom. But yeah, I would say that the we formed this little group called the Scooby Gang. And it's the people who play my friends in the film. And one of them actually is one of my oldest and best friends, whose name is Parker Fennedy. She played my friend Parker in the
Ah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we all got along so well and we still talk to each other to this day. And that was just a really beautiful thing to meet new friends. It's one of my favorite things about acting is meeting new people and forming actual lasting friendships. It's always great.
I gotta say, I can't remember a time where lead star, the director, and the composer, and then you yourself. I've never seen so many family sort of do so many different aspects. Maybe they're all acting in it, but not, different facets of the movie. Um, Tell us the pros and the cons of working with your family on a movie like this.
Yeah. I mean, honestly mostly pros because it's such a safe environment.
Sure, yeah.
And yeah, for somebody who at the time I was still relatively new to the business professionally because I was studying still. So yeah, it was a really safe environment to have such like substantial role in, and I was very nervous going into it, but then once I got there, I was like, oh, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my brother. And my uncle produced it as well. So it really is like all facets of the business we were involved in. Can't say that I can even think of any cons,
Mm,
honestly. It's such a pleasure to get to work with your family because you get to kind of goof around in between takes and stuff. Well, my mom didn't necessarily get to. She was very busy. But the
sure,
rest of
sure.
us we got to kind of goof around in between takes, which is awesome.
That's wonderful. Do you see a different dynamic when there's a spouse relationship between a director and an actor? What does that look like compared to, not having a married couple working like that?
Yeah, I think there's definitely they have a shorthand and they sometimes don't even really need to say very much at all to understand each other.
That's
So
great.
in
That's
that way,
great.
yeah, it's like a time saver. They kind of just were on the same page the whole time. Like my mom would just have to say, a couple words and he's like, got it. So yeah, it was very good working environment for them.
I love hearing that. I love hearing that. I still can't believe JK, pulled this off. I've seen him in I mean he's done roles where he sort of plays this sort of antagonist with a short fuse, but
Mhm.
this is such a shocking movie. I will only say he is a stone cold killer in this film. And
Yeah.
that's all I'm willing to say. But what might have either surprised you or impressed you about your dad taking on a dark role like this?
Yeah, I guess it was surprising and impressive when he took this on because he in the past has not necessarily like, consciously avoided taking roles like this, but I know that when we were younger, he definitely would sort of steer away from the really horrible characters.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, like I said earlier though, it was just so exciting for me to see because it's like a masterclass in acting, honestly, and I would love to play roles sort of like this in the future. So
Mm.
it's so inspiring to have people who are really just so talented as your family members and getting to work with them. I mean, it was just the coolest thing ever.
I love that. This is it touches so many different genres, and that's what I really like about this movie. But you say that you want to kind of do something like that. So you kind of want to be an antagonist in sort of like your dad is in this one going
Yeah.
forward. Maybe like a horror type movie. Are you looking for that
Yes.
kind of a thing?
Oh my gosh, I would love to do a horror movie and be possessed or something. I think that'd be so fun.
You're in luck because it feels like this year, especially, there's so many unique and original stories coming out that
Mhm.
I am just like mind blown with all the creativity and just how talented people are out there. It's been a great year for the horror movie genre. So I hope you get to do something like that in the near
Thank you.
future.
Thank
If you want to describe this movie in either one sentence or a few words, what would you want the audience to know before going into it?
No pressure. I guess okay. It is a thriller about a psychopath who stumbles across the wrong family.
Mm, I love it.
Thank you.
Just enough to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Nice.
Go check out You Can't Run Forever, dropping in theaters next Friday, the 17th. It is a whirlwind. It is a roller coaster of emotions. JK Simmons, as I started this conversation, is in this role that you've never ever seen him in. You probably couldn't imagine him in this role, and he absolutely kills it. No pun intended. Thank you, Olivia, so much for
Thank
taking the
you.
time to talk with me today. Congrats on the film. It is fantastic, and I can't wait for people to watch it.
Thank you so much. This was so great.